All right, so we're back with more AI news, this time at CES, and NVIDIA announces a whole bunch of so did others, but no one really cares, because all we care about is NVIDIA. NVIDIA announced a whole bunch of stuff. I thought it was pertinent to mainly talk about NVIDIA for this first one, but we're going to be continuing that coverage in the days to come. So NVIDIA had a big keynote at the first day of CES where they unveiled a whole bunch of AI stuff. The first thing is their brand new GPU. So along with a freaking beautiful presentation, I mean, they showed a graphic of, the CEO came out and said, this entire thing is AI generated, their entire presentation. And they showed an AI video game that they had used with this new GPU that is apparently much more powerful than anything that we have ever seen in this world. And on top of that, they're going to be using those same GPUs to build out their new line of laptops, which is freaking sick. I mean, I just bought a MacBook, and now this thing comes. I should have waited. I mean, I didn't see the announcements or anything, but apparently they're going to be putting this stuff into the new laptops. Those will likely be coming out sometime in March. Another thing, this is probably gonna be a multi-parter. So another thing that they announced was agentic AI, which is really interesting because it's something that I've been talking about for a long time. On its face, I think it's something that's going to scare people, and people that were concerned about AI taking their jobs, this is definitely going to scare them into that direction. So what this agentic AI is essentially allows you to build AI chat bots, personas, so to speak, that help you with different factions of your business, be a business or even with research. So you can build this agentic AI. Think of it as a person that only does this one task. And they are the GOAT. They are the most professional person at that task. So you can build these AI agents, right? This is they're building out AI agents that business model I'm not sure about yet, but they're going to be building these AI agents out to sell to those who need it, right? So you would have an AI agent for microbiology, for other sciences. You would have an AI agent for HR. The HR part is actually something that Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, talked about a lot. So not only are you going to be able to have these AI agents at your company, you will have to train them the same way that you do an employee, right? So this is the first wave of AI employees that we're going to see, which is pretty sweet. It's going to cut down on a lot of useless hours for companies, and it's going to really revolutionize the way that people work. It's pretty sweet. I mean, I think a lot of people might lose their jobs, but I think at the end of the day, the jobs will simply just become more refined. So you can buy an AI agent that does sales. But at the end of the day, it's not human. It's not somebody that's going to, there's a lot of handshake deals still going on. An AI agent is not going to do that for you. So it's just simply a tool of assistance. And that's a huge part. It's no secret. I mean, the last report that I saw, Google, 25% of all new code is being done by AI. That doesn't mean they fired people. They might have downsized in certain aspects, but though the same staff is simply doing other tasks. They're still having somebody do a final review of the code before they launch, before it goes live. So, you're still going to need to have humans there. Continuing on this AI train, Uber teams up with NVIDIA to scale autonomous driving faster. So Uber will use NVIDIA's new generative world model simulation tool Cosmos and cloud-based AI supercomputing platform DGX Cloud to support the development of an autonomous vehicle technology. The company's announced at CES in 2025. Cosmos is being marketed to robotics and autonomy companies as a tool that generates physics-based videos from a variety of inputs, including 9,000 trillion tokens generated from 20 million hours of likely copyrighted video. I like how they added that in there. So, this has been something I see a lot of channels talk about this, and I mean, this whole thing with the driverless cars and people trying to make that work, it's fucking crazy. I don't know. I mean, there are partnerships like this one, and then Lyft, I think, is partnering with Amazon. Tesla's got its own thing going on. Uber shared few details about how it plans to use these NVIDIA tools. These ride, hail, and delivery giant The ride, hail, and delivery giant has spent last year raking up 14 partnerships with AV company across verticals from Waymo in robotaxis and Aurora Innovation in trucking and Serve Robotics in sidewalk robotic delivery. I mean, I guess they see a future in that. So robots are going to be like delivering shit, walking down the street. It's like, what if I just kick it in the fucking head? It's just gonna fall down. I mean, this is pretty crazy. I mean, there are some big players at work. I don't know. This seems like a financial play for investors. I don't know who gives a shit. I mean, people don't care. I just want my falafel delivered. Okay, I want my falafel and fries. I don't care who's delivering it. I don't care if it's Aurora or I don't half of these. I don't think these things is something that the consumers care about. But nevertheless, it is a huge pit of money for venture capitalists. So the next thing, Panasonic unveils a AI-powered wellness coach by Anthropic's Claude. So, you know, we're starting to see the big AI companies, and when I mean, there's millions, but I mean the main ones being OpenAI, Anthropic, Claude, Perplexity, you know, others, those being the main ones. They're trying to differentiate themselves. They're trying to do some new shit. So at CES, Panasonic unveils its upcoming digital assistant Umi, which offers families a personalized AI-powered wellness coach created in partnership with Anthropic. Umi uses cloud AI models to help families care, coordinate, and connect with each other, the company said. More specifically, this involves an AI assistant that focuses on helping families create goals, spending. So this is again one of those things where everyone is going to be slapping the AI logo on their products. That's just what's going to happen. This is just a lame play by Claude. I love Claude. Claude? Is it Claude or Claude? I want to be politically correct. I love Claude. They've even partnered with AARP on this aspect of the Umi platform. It's due to launch in 2025. Again, there's going to be a bunch of like cool AI shit that's going on, but there's also going to be like lame stuff. Like this is kind of lame. And why unveil it on January 7th? That's usually the time where people's ambitions of going to the gym are out the window. Like they ain't going back. Yeah, the fitness, having been in the fitness industry in different capacities, man, I mean, that is tough. And an AI-powered wellness coach, you can build that with ChatGPT or Claude. Like you don't, like these weird partnerships, like NVIDIA doing something different, where AI is powering the internal system to make it perform better, right? These are just prompts. Like this is something that you can do with a prompt. So again, we'll see how that goes. And finally, this wasn't from CES, but I thought it was worth talking about because I talk about it a lot. Getty Images and Shutterstock are merging into one stock powerhouse. The $3.7 billion deals come amid the rise of text-to-gen AI tools, obviously. Getty Images and Shutterstock are joining forces in the merger valued at $3.7 billion. Puh. Can you imagine seeing that number? Like, what do you guys do? Oh, we have photographs. It's like, yeah, I can make that in 2 seconds with Claude or ChatGPT. Getty Images CEO Craig Peters will remain the head of the combined. Yeah, who cares? Shutterstock will remain separate. Who cares? The merger comes amid the rise of text to AI image tools. Honestly, I don't know how the fuck are you gonna make this work. Somebody, please, look, I am very sympathetic and empathetic, whichever one is to be used here. I am that to the artists and everything. Being a writer myself for my own gigs, but this is a tough sell, man. Like, what are you gonna do? There are like Midjourney's fucking crushing it. Even Grok AI, I've tried it out a couple times. Like stock photos for your websites, like no problem. So I'm not really sure how this is going to work. I saw an interesting comment on LinkedIn, if people still use that. This guy, Eric Chua, shout out. Reading about the proposed merger between Getty Images and Shutterstock led me to wonder what would have happened if Nokia merged with Ericsson and Motorola in the mobile industry back in the mid-2000s. Great point. Exactly nothing, he says. That if imagery that if that imaginary merger didn't lead to a change in thinking and ways of operating and doing business, times were changing, and it made them widely successful, where just not going back to rocket. I fucking read that awfully. But anyways, that's kind of the same thing. When Apple was coming out, they were doing something completely different. So it's like if a bunch of old heads merged together and say, hey, we're three of us, there's one of them. We know how to do things. They don't. But you're not going in the right direction. Just powering to get, like, joining forces to do the same bullshit when the industry is going another way, that's not going to help. This is a fantastic point. I wish there was more solace, better news for creators and photographers, but man, 3.7 billion. I would have just, go to Mexico, go to Tahiti, or have a cocktail. Don't buy crap. Anyways, that's it for this one. I'm gonna be doing these more now in 2025, and I'm gonna be definitely following CES. So, thanks for watching.